Hey guys, Joel here, and welcome back to another episode. Today, I just wanted to do like a little rant, so I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet. I know usually when I do these rants, I just talk for so long because they get so angry. It's like I just wanted to just let it all out and everything like that. Just like pretty much ranting and venting all at the same time and stuff. But it's just something I really had on mind for a while, and I just always forget to address it and everything like that. So that's what I'm gonna talk about today is RPGs. I mean, what I want to talk about today is on RPGs. RPGs of today, both Western and Japanese RPGs now, they're doing the same shit where it's like an open world game where all you're doing is running around looking at a nice, beautiful scenery and just doing the same shit, hacking and slashing and all that crap. Like, when did this ever become a thing now? Like, I know a lot of Western RPGs have always done this and stuff like that. And now it bothers me a lot. It gets me really pissed off that a lot of these Japanese role-playing games are doing it now. Specifically Square Enix, you already see what they've done with the Final Fantasy VII series and pretty much just tarnished it and shit like that. I actually wanted to do a separate video talking specifically about that because I had a lot of things on mind to talk about when it comes to Final Fantasy VII and everything, and like how that company has just pretty much tarnished Final Fantasy VII that I remember the original on the PS1, and why they won't just let that damn that damn game just die already. Like, let this series, let's say, just rest in peace, you know, and everything like that. Let it rest in peace. But I'm gonna do that in a separate video because I have a lot to talk about with that. But specifically, like I said, specifically with Square Enix, there's some other companies out there as well, other studios out there, Japanese studios that have done the same shit. It's also really common with a lot of these Chinese RPGs as well on mostly on mobile, honestly. But it's all the same shit where you're just running around, you hack and slash in big giant monsters and everything. You win, and you do the same shit and repeat, or you run back and forth, do a little fetch quests or whatever like that. It's like it's all the same shit in all these RPGs now, and I'm like, there's no like what's it like? It's like kind of hard to differentiate between the two now with the Western and the Japanese RPGs because they're all doing the same shit now. Like, no one stands out and everything, which sucks. You know, there's only like a few companies left that still to this day, you know, like, I appreciate what they're doing. I respect them for what they're doing because they're like pretty much sticking to the old traditional way and stuff like that, and all that good stuff. Like, for example, the Trials of Cold Steel series and everything like that. The developers Falcom. I don't remember I don't know if it's Falcom or the other one that's that works on it. I mean, that makes the game, whatever like that. It's Falcom and the other name. I forgot the other name I always see on the back of the cover. Damn, I forgot another name. I know you guys know what I'm talking about for you guys who have played the series and everything like that. And also Nice or Nis, however you say it. They're good too. They do a lot of old school traditional stuff. I was going to say Bandai Namco, but I don't know. Like, they're starting to go that same route because for you guys that have watched my huge rant I did on Tales of Arise, I hated it and everything like that. So to me, they're going that same route as well. We just have an open world, you're running around, just fighting giant enemies, hacking and slashing away, and then that's it. You know, that's all the game is about, you know. And meanwhile, they packing these games with DLC and microtransactions and shit like that. But yeah, I don't like the state of pretty much like I don't like the state of what's going like with RPGs now in the modern day era. And this is the reason why I'm much more happy, you know, being a retro gamer now than ever, because retro games are more common now. They're more popular now. I mean, like, a lot of people have been playing a lot of retro games because even they know. you guys know that these games are, you know, where they're at. It's like the golden era of gaming and RPGs, you know, because back then they had like so many great RPGs, many great RPGs on the PS1 and on the PS2 specifically. The PS2 was like, oh my god, that was like a RPG machine right there. So they had so many great RPGs on there. So many great platformers as well on the PS2 and everything. Like, that was before like how things are now. Like, you know, it's just much better. So, and I've always said it, like, it sucks that, you know, for this new generation that just grew up, so they don't know about the golden era, you know. They all got their PS5s now and everything like that and everything. Like, it's not the same. You know, it's definitely not the same, you know, when it comes to gaming. That's why I don't really care about like a lot of the modern games coming out now, especially if it's a AAA devs. If it's like an indie game, I'll look into it. You know, I'll have a little bit more interest to look into it. But if it's a AAA game, then nah, you know, especially if it's from AAA devs that I don't like anymore, that pretty much is just, I don't know, they just ruined themselves, ruined their name. They just wanted, you know, it took this like, you know, like this crazy like quick 180 or whatever like that, and just started doing some stupid shit now, like how it is with Square Enix and everything like that. And I know I mentioned this many times because I always talk shit about Square Enix all the time on this channel, but Squaresoft was where it's at. Like, when it was Squaresoft and when Enix was just by itself, because Enix is the ones that I've done, I know I mentioned that already, with Star Ocean, the second story. They're the ones who worked in that game. It was a great game and everything. And then Squaresoft, they had Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8 and 9, you know, such great games and stuff like that. And ever since they merged, it's like, this became shit, you know. And a lot of them were like trying to like become more of like almost like a Western studio in a way, you know, Western devs in a way, and try to cater more to a lot of these Western gamers here and shit. Now all they care about is the hack and slash and nonsense and all that stuff. Like really, like I hate that. I really hate that with how gaming is, like how the modern era of gaming is now. I don't like it at all. I know I mentioned many times on here already why I don't like it. This is one of the prime examples because I'm a huge RPG fan, specifically JRPGs and everything like that. Here and there, Western RPGs, but it's just I don't like what's going on. You know, like a lot of these games now is just always the same shit. I think I'm trying to think of like one for a good example. I know a lot of people talk good about what's that game called, Baldur's Gate 3 or whatever like that. I know it's for like the PS5 and stuff like that, but like I don't know, I'm not impressed with those games because it all just look the same. You know, I'm not impressed at all. Like everyone's talking, a lot of people talk good about it, but it looks the same. It's the same shit. Like how every other RPG looks now and everything in this modern day and now, and it's just annoying. Like don't like that at all. And but real quick, back to those Chinese RPGs and stuff I was talking about, mostly specifically on mobile. So a perfect example is one called Genshin Impact, which is for some reason a really popular game, and a lot of like sometimes I'll be checking like phones, like to see how well the processor is and stuff on phones. I'll always check here on YouTube to find out like a gaming test on that phone to see if it's if it's a phone for me, since I like to play out the mobile games. And that's one of the main games they always try. Like, it sucks. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I see a lot of people playing that game, and I that's not my type of games at all. And it's pretty much like I said, it's the perfect example I'm talking about. Those games are open world, you run around, jumping around or whatever other shit, hacking and slashing away at enemies, and that's it. And maybe doing like some fetch quests here and there, and that's it. But the story's whack and everything, or it doesn't even have a story and all that shit. And what bothers me a lot, that pisses me a lot, I should say, specifically with that game, Genshin Impact, is now ever since that game became really popular and everything like that, a lot of these other like devs now, specifically Chinese devs and everything now, they plaguing the Google Play Store. I don't know if it's the same thing on Apple, you know, on the Apple Store or whatever, but I know on Android and the Google Play Store, that's all you see now is similar games like that now, and it's always the same shit where the main protagonist is always this like look like a little teenage girl, you know, in high school, whatever, with some like schoolgirl outfit on, or whatever, a skirt or whatever like that, big boobs and shit, running around fighting. Like, like, is that believable? Like, who wants to play shit like that with a high pitched voice and everything, like running around, and they run like this. That's how they run, the girls. You know, it's like, who wants to play the shit like that? Like, and that's what I see a lot on the Google Play Store. That's why a lot of these games I don't even try out. Like, oh, you know, this looks like an interesting RPG, and I look at the screenshots and everything like that, and I like, nah. I like, definitely not for me and everything, because I don't play games like that. Like, this is just weird to me. Like I said before, a lot of these Asian devs are just weird pervs. It's like, I don't know what they be thinking of, but like, that's all you see that's plaguing the Google Play Store and everything like that. Those specific type of games where, you know, they want it to be similar to Genshin Impact, where it's like an open world game. You're running around doing the same nonsense, and you're playing as some teenage girl or whatever, or looks mad young, you know, dressed scantily clad and everything, with high pitched voice, running around with some big ass sword. You know, like, I mean, I know it's fantasy, but still, like, come on, like, is that believable? Like, some big ass sword or some giant ass lance or whatever like that fighting. Like, who plays games like that? Like, you know. So I don't want to sound any type of way for you people who like that game, but to me it just seems like weirdos mostly play that stuff. I'm sorry to say that, but those type of games I don't like, and I feel like those type of games as well is what's ruining a lot of mobile games, you know, in particular, and a lot of games like the games now on the modern consoles, you know, that's like open world crap with the same nonsense going on is ruining games on the consoles, you know. So we have a specific group of people that's ruining it for the mobile games, and we have a specific group of people who's ruining it on consoles and everything like that. And it's just bad. Like, it's like the era, like this era now, like for gaming, the state I should say of gaming now is just sucks. It sucks. It is not the same anymore. And this is why I'm happy, like, thank God I'm into retro and everything like that. I've always been into retro and everything. I grew up during these times of retro, so that's the reason why I don't mind it. There's some people like me that, that grew up in this era and everything like that, same age as me or whatever, older than me or maybe a little bit younger than me. And it's like they complain they can't go back to those games as old or whatever. Or like this new generation of gamers now, ever since they got the PS5, it's like, oh, like to them the PS4, they can't go back to whatever. It's the same shit. They look the same. The games look the same. Everything looks the same. I don't see anything that different when it comes to the graphics on the PS5 and the PS4. The same shit. The same shit. And it's crazy because me and my friend were talking about it earlier, and he told me, and I can't believe this, that it's been 4 years already since the PS5 has been out. Like, what? Like, damn, I thought it only been 2 years or something. Time really flies. And it's crazy because 4 years, and still only barely have shit on that system, no barely any games or whatever like that, barely people have it, and everything like that. There's still a lot of people, like they said, there's plenty of more people on the PS4 than in the PS5. And then I saw also, real quick, I'm gonna mention this, on Twitter, and everything. I refuse to call it X, whatever the nonsense they call, the name change, all that shit. It's Twitter, all right? I don't care what people say, Twitter. But yeah, so on Twitter, I saw, somebody posted, no, actually, no, it was, one on the news feed, like, what is it, the latest news or whatever, I forgot what the specific name they call it on there on Twitter, and everything like that, and it was talking about the PS5 Pro and shit. And then somebody somebody mentioned, will anybody be getting it? A lot of people said no. They like, why would they get it? What's the point of the Pro version? And a lot of people said the same shit, like, who would waste money on the Pro when you barely have any games to begin with? Who's gonna waste money? If on a new console, pretty much, for what reason? If there's not even no games to play on it, regardless, And to this day, I still laugh at that because the console's been out for 4 years, barely any games on it. And a lot of people who switched over from the PS4 to that, like, what are you playing on there? A lot of people was even still playing the PS4 games on there because, a lot of them are backward compatible and shit like that. So I'm like, what was the point of that? You might as well should just not wasting your money and just stay with the PS4 and play your games on there. What was the point of the jump? Just so you can just, like, just say you have it, to, like, fit in with everyone else or whatever. Because this person has it, your friend has it, oh, I gotta get it too. To seem like I'm cool or whatever, That's how it is now, the generation, how the trend of everything is now. And I hate it. Hate it so much. Everything's a trend now. No one really stands out. No one really knows how to be a leader. Everyone is just followers. Follow the leader, pretty much. And everything. So, like I said, thank God I'm not like that. And I prefer my retro games because that's where it's at. A lot of these games now is just terrible. And that's all you really get to see when it comes to RPGs specifically. And everything like that. Plenty of other genres too that really sucks nowadays, especially when it comes to fighting ones. Because, like I mentioned already plenty of times on here about with fighting games, the new fighting games I can't get into because a lot of those games are packed. When I say packed, with microtransactions, full of like different costumes you can get for people and all this shit. Like, why do you have all this stuff packed up in the store like that? Like, come on. A lot of people that used to be able to play as in older games, they're not locked. You have to buy them. Like, it's just dumb. Like, it's not the same anymore when you play fighting games where you can actually unlock everything within the game. Everything is locked behind a paywall now. And then now your money talks. That's that pretty much. Your money talks pretty much a lot, to have fun, I should say, experience a full game or whatever like that. So, yeah, and that's why, like I said, with this new generation of gamers is stupid. It sucks because a lot of them are always going to comply with these stuff. They're not going to fight back against these things. So, they're here to stay. If people fought back against these stuff, to this day, we don't have these things. We don't have microtransactions, all that shit. So it's sad. It's sad what's going on. And I know I mentioned this plenty of times because it pisses me off, guys. It pisses me off. And, a lot of you guys have subscribed to me for a while. And, you guys know I talk about this so many times about with this new generation of gamers. And I talk shit about the PS5 all the time. All the things is because I just don't like how things are going now when it comes to the gaming era and everything. Like the gaming industry in general, as a whole. And I'm just not happy about it. I just wish we can go back in time and everything to when things was good and everything like that. Because like I said, I'm more of a traditionalist and everything. I like how the things were back then and stuff like that. And I just wish we can return to that because, like, the way things are going now, I'm just not happy with it. It's just not good. This stresses me out, like, just with that and everything. Like, it's sad. But, I think, yeah, pretty much it when it comes to that. Oh, real quick, one last thing I wanted to mention when it comes to like the PS4 and PS5. I really hate now. I don't know if a lot of people, you know, if it bothers you, but for me, it's more like I guess it's like a little nitpicking, kind of like a pet peeve. But I hate that a lot of these games now, like these modern PS4 games that's coming out, these more recent, I should say, these more recent PS4 games are coming out. They always have that label on the bottom, like like right at the bottom of the case that shows like PS5 compatible, something like that, or something that says, I forgot what exactly it was, or upgrade or something like that, PS5 upgrade of something compatible, whatever like that. I don't know. I just don't like it because I'm like, damn, like you have this on the front. It kind of like messes up the artwork in a way, you know, if you know what I'm saying, you know, like leave it clean, like how, you know, like how the older PS4 games that came out before the PS5 and everything, like they didn't have any like, you know, like any logos or what, you know, like anything right, like anything on the bottom or whatever, like that was the case, you know, everything. I would like to look more clean, and I miss that as well when it comes to like older games and stuff like that. Specifically on the PS3. I don't think the PS3 used to do that crap. They didn't have anything on the bottom saying PS4 upgrade available, whatever like that, you know. And PS2 was good. PS1, you know, it's like just a clean like look on the case with not like all this shit going on in the case. You can actually see the artwork in its entirety, you know. So yeah, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about and everything, you know, and all that. So yeah, so I don't like it. I just don't like it. And if I won the games right now, I would show you exactly what I'm talking about. But you guys probably already know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it and everything. I know, like I said, I didn't want to go over a certain amount of time, but yeah. Well, actually, no, not really that long. I feel like I was talking longer than this. But yeah, so yeah, so let me know what you guys think, you know, in the comment section below about everything. And you know, let me know. Let me know what you guys think about with the whole like state of RPGs now. Like what's going on RPGs, this new the new modern era of RPGs, both Western and Japanese. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me? You guys just think I'm just always complaining or whatever like that? What do you guys think? You know, let me know in the comment section below. I don't mind whatever you guys have to say, because freedom of speech. So I don't care, freedom of speech and everything. So, you know, if you guys, you know, want to have a talk or whatever in the comment section, I'm all for it, whatever like that. You know, it's no problem. So, you know, so let me know in the comment section below and all that good stuff. And like, comment, subscribe. I'll definitely appreciate it, guys. And I'll see you guys for another one. Take care.